This is a Ambalatharasu assistant professor, Department of Science and Humanities. Today we are going to see about stainless steel, which is in materials science, Anna University 2017 regulation, especially for mechanical engineering students. Steel. All we know or have some idea about steel. That is alloy of iron and other elements, which is called steel. Here, this steel, with respect to the other elements, that is the primary mixture of carbon, they are classified in a wide area with respect to carbon concentrations. There are major or four types of steel: low carbon steel, medium carbon steel, high carbon steel, alloy steel. Let us discuss one by one. Now, low carbon steel. This low carbon steel contains 0.05 to 0.25 percentage of carbons. So this is also called as mild steel because of this low carbon. And these types of steels are used for making car bodies, pipelines, building construction, bridges, tin cans, and so on. They have yield strength of 2.75 MPa, and the tensile strength is between 415 to 550 MPa, and the ductility of 25%, that is the elongation percentage. Next, medium carbon steel. This medium carbon steel contains 0.25 to 0.6 percentage of carbon, and this carbon are almost ductile and strong with long wearing properties. So they are used in making machineries, tractors, mining equipments, and so on. Next, high carbon steel. Usually high carbon steel have carbon mixture of zero point 0.6 percentage to 1.4 percentage. Also, this percentage means purely weight percentage of carbon. And also, this material is very hardest and strongest and yet least ductile of the carbon steel. So, this used to make springs, railroads, and car wheels. And finally, we have the alloy steels. These alloy steels are the composition that containing more significant level of alloying elements. The tool and die steels are high carbon alloys, usually containing chromium, vanadium, tungsten, and molybdenum. These alloying elements combine with carbon to form very hard and wear resistance as carbide compounds. These steels are utilized as cutting tool, dies for forming and shaping the materials, as well as in knife, razor, spring, and high strengthened wires. Some specialty steels may consist of higher levels of sulfur, that is greater than 0.1 percentage or 0.15 to 0.35 percentage, to provide this machine stability. So coming to the stainless steel, stainless steel is nothing but inox steel or inox. This is highly corrosion resistance. For that only we are saying it is as stainless steel. There is no formation of corrosion or rust. So they are adding minimum of 11% of chromium content by mass. So some of the properties and applications of these stainless steels are They are highly resistant to corrosion or rusting in almost all environment, whether it is sunny or rainy or winter season like that. So, for the durability nature, they are used in cars or bridge construction like that. And rail car have commonly been manufactured using these stainless steel panels. There are also some types of stainless steel with respect to their mixture. That is, they are divided into three major types with respect to their microstructure also. One is Martensic stainless steel, and next Austenitic stainless steel, and finally Ferritic steel. This Martensic stainless steel have contain chromium of 12 to 14 percentage and molybdenum of 21 percentage, nickel below 2 percentage, and carbon of 0.1 to 1 percentage. Because of this, these materials are extremely tough, strong, and harness, but they are brittle and will not act as corrosion resistance. So, as applications, they are used in jet engine parts, bearings, surgical tool, rifle barrels. These steels are also magnetic in nature. Next, coming to the austenitic steel, they contain 0.08 percentage of carbon, 19 percentage of chromium, 9 percentage of nickel, and 2 percentage of manganese. So, these types of steel are face-centered cubic crystal structure, that is FCC's crystal structure, and also corrosion resistance because of high chromium, as we have added chromium of 19 percentage and nickel of 9 percentage. And these material are non-magnetic. As this purpose, they are used for chemical and food processing equipments, that is the cryogenic vessels like that. Finally, ferritic or ferritic stainless steel contains 10.5 percentage and 27 percentage, that is in between 10.5 to 27 percentage of chromium with very little percentage of nickel. So these compositions include some other alloys like Al and tin. So these steels have a BCC structure, that is body centered cubic crystal structure. So these stainless steels are magnetic. For this excellent property, they are used in automobile exhaust components, tanks for agricultural space, valve and combustion chambers. So here short notes are to be said as a tabulation, which is very easy to refer the mixture of these three types of stainless steel. There is a percentage of chromium, manganese, nickel, carbon, and some of their important properties and their uses. Thank you. Thank you, Ananda.